Okay, so Ariadne's thread counts even for driving, as long as you've driven through that area, that is. So it's not about whether or not you've been in that zone, it's about whether or not you've gone through that road. So this is my second sprain in 41 days. After the first sprain, I did kind of take it easy on the window jumping, but you should have plenty of bandages. If you have a car, you should have plenty of bandages stored in your vehicle. So it shouldn't be anything you worry too much about. However, if you don't have a car yet, I would probably carry 1 or 2 bandages on you. And that should be enough. All right, so the little fist icon or the little hand icon, that's when the enemy is making a grab attack. They can claw you, which is the standard way of doing damage. They can grab you, which removes your AP, and they can bite you, which only applies if you're bleeding. If you get bitten, you die. Katie, my soldier, has fewer perks for durability reduction than my main character, and it both seems to cost 9% for using a fire axe to open a locked object. Whoops. Broke my axe there. Good thing I got plenty, because I'm hauling everything I find in my fire truck. There does not seem to be an item limit. There probably will be one day, but right now I'm enjoying the fact that I could just take everything with me. We're just gonna pass stuff to Katie, who will get another axe from the fire truck. So I will be if you haven't noticed it by now, I will be editing out my inventory management. That's generally one of the first things to get edited out once you've seen it a couple times in any sort of playlist. During the first couple episodes, I'll show you what it looks like, but then after that, I start removing it. I started developing this technique in Bastard Bonds. Every playlist kind of gives me more strategies and ways that I start adding on to future editing. Well, the railroad is no longer listed as cautious, but let's go there anyway because I want to show off a railroad, and I'm sure there still is a horde of zombies. It's just for whatever reason it's not listed. Maybe it went underneath the total amount. Dangerous places can't be visited, and zombies are constantly coming into the surrounding places. Alright, so a dangerous place is one that's always spawning zombies. We'll say the spawning grounds where if all the zombies on the city map, they spawn from dangerous places and work their way outwards, is what I think. Noise. Using guns or breaking doors or windows makes noise. If you make a noise, all zombies in the place will notice your location and chase you. That's actually kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm just gonna aim for center mass here and just play around with the guns for a little bit because I don't want to end the campaign without ever having touched them. Now, the reason I'm not aiming for the head is I'm trying to test something. I want to see what happens when immeasurable amount of zombies reach the gates, reach the fences. For example, is 4 the stack limit? Will the zombies be able to do anything without arms? Will the zombies with arms push away the zombies without arms so they can get closer? I just want to find out this kind of stuff. But mostly I just want to play around with the guns. Okay, that's cool. You get proficiency even if you miss for firearms. I don't think that works for melee weapons, but for firearms you still get proficiency. That proficiency, instead of giving you damage bonus, gives you accuracy bonus. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of bullets. By the end of this, we're in day 42 now, and I have not left behind any bullets. By this point, each person has about 50 bullets, so not really a lot when you consider how many zombies are on the map and how many shots it might take to defeat a zombie. Alright, now that we've seen what it looks like when a horde of shambling dead meander towards me in my little corner, let's go ahead and turn off animations. For the time being. Alright, when they're far, there's an accuracy penalty. Also, they're a little smaller than before. I kind of like that. I assume it's just a matter of time before the zombies look different. Like right now, this is probably just their placeholder zombie. Yeah, that's a lot. I might actually be in trouble here. Like, I could spend 10 AP hopping over the fence, killing a couple of zombies, and then I would still not have enough AP to hop back over. So my only choice is to actually cut the fence open and then let the zombies pour through as a possibility, or try to hold that gate. Because you can't attack them through the fence, which is silly. I think thrusting style weapons should totally be able to attack the fence, because I'm assuming the zombies would basically hug the fence. They would be all over that fence and trying to get through. I don't think they should be able to claw the fence and break it. They should probably use some sort of a mass or weight style attack. Yeah, I think, for example, my screwdriver, which they drop a lot of. That's one reason why I have so many screwdrivers, is they don't drop stuff like axes. They'll drop a couple medicines, a couple sewing tools, and screwdrivers. So that is a very, very not capable, common weapon to find if you have Keepsake Collector. I would highly recommend getting Keepsake Collector, just so that you can continue to get supplies. Okay, well, one of the things I've wondered about is I want to see if I can light the zombies on fire. So we're gonna set up this little campfire at the gate and just see what happens. For example, I didn't know if houses could catch fire or any of that stuff. So let's see if zombies catch fire. Also, there's a little bit of lag when the player walks around. Maybe it's because all the zombies are turning at the same time. I don't know. Alright, I mean, it looks like nothing happens when they touch the fire. That's disappointing. But then again, I suppose in some zombie lore, setting zombies on fire just gets you flaming undead. It's not none of them, but I think there's one or two zombie things or undead things that just make the undead more pissed off, essentially. What I mean by that is, imagine a zombie movie where someone lights the zombie on fire, but instead of falling over because they burn to death, the zombie is just now on fire and still coming to eat you. Now that being said, there's a webcomic called McNinja, I think that's the name of it, and the dad, he says, the reason why he lights himself on fire is that if you're on fire, the bad guys can't catch you. Oh, that's a lot of heat. Could warm the whole map. That's actually kind of funny. Text message here says can, but I'm sure it's a translation issue because I'm not able to. I can hit S, I can click the sign, nothing's happening. So I cannot actually wander to the dangerous place. There's no real reason why a person would want to, it's just that this is a game and this is what gamers do. That's why, for example, in State of Decay, there's an achievement for staying in the danger zone for like a minute. Okay, that's cool. They spawn from the dangerous place even during the day. Here we are, Terminus. This is no problem. I even saved bullets for this. Activate stim packs. Area has been pacified. All the zombies are gone. I guess that's it. Down survivors, cover it. I mean, sure, there's nothing to cover. I just slaughtered almost 100 zombies just in front of your gates. Terminus, get yourself and all your companions to the tile. Lies! They never even had a chance to shoot. Time taken, 42 days. Locations visited, 48. Number of zombies killed, 408. Okay, well, I mean, I like that there's a lot of information. I don't really care so much for the map. It is way too cluttered to actually read anything. It is nice that they keep track of how often you've visited a map or zone. So you can see when I've headed back. For example, I went to this fire station many times. But it's just way too cluttered. The side on the right is good. The side on the left, I think, needs work. So we started down here, and then we moved our way all the way up to Terminus. So I only explored the west side of the map, and the footage you will see is just basically this straight path. You're not going to see me wandering over here or any of that stuff. To the left is where I got the soldier. Off camera, I went around and made a full circuit to the west, mostly because I went to the library. If the library wasn't there, I probably wouldn't have bothered. Books are really powerful in this game. It's like a level up, basically. I'm gonna pick Student as my next character, but I imagine this will be it for Terminus until there's a few updates. I mean, I suppose if the playlist does super well and there's enough demand, sure, I'm always up for doing another run through. It's gonna be more or less the same. It really is. The only difference is the next character will not have the ability to hear everybody on the map. At first. Once you get Sharp Ears level 5, you can always hear everybody on the map. So it looks like your objective is to complete one with every occupation. I brought in a soldier, Katie, so she doesn't count for that. Only the main character counts for surviving. So that is my security guard badge right there. We survived as Tyrone, 42 days, slaughtered 408 zombies. Alright, well that's it for Terminus. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Terminus. I'll see you in the next series.